Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wake Up Legendary. It's a new month, kind of. It's the second of the month. We have an awesome guest lined up for today's show. First, though, if you're new, if you don't already know, you can text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. And what that does is signs you up to get text messages every single time that we go live. When we go live, we send out just a quick little text message. It has a link over to our Facebook, and you can get basically one tap. You're straight into the stream. It's super easy. That's every single Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're not able to attend live, maybe you're watching this as a replay. You can always watch it as a replay on our Facebook fan page. We put them in our Facebook groups as well. So lots of places that you can get access to that. All you have to do is just send a quick little text message to 813-296-8553. In the body of the message, all it has to say are the letters WUL, and just be careful for spell check. Sometimes it doesn't recognize that as a word and it spell checks, and then we get text messages that have like random letters. So just make sure it says WUL. Also, if you'd ever love to get a little piece of merch, something that says Be Legendary, Dave and I wear shirts. I don't have one on today, but typically we're wearing some sort of Legendary Marketer merch. If you want to grab a shirt, a beanie, a pair of sweatpants, a hoodie, it's all actually pretty cheap, and you can get them at belegendary.shop. And yeah. Without further ado, we've got a guest today all the way from France. Her name's Lizzy, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey online. And she's going to university right now, and we're going to find out all about her story. Lizzy, what's going on?
Hi, Matt. I'm so happy for your show and thank you for having me here. And I'm so excited.
Of course, yeah. Tell us a little bit about what's up over there in France and what you're up to. What are you studying? What's life been like? And yeah, just tell us a little bit about where you're at in life and what's going on.
Basically, I'm now a last year student in a university in France, and I'm going to graduate in just 2 months. And basically, the life in France is just great, and I have been always grateful for having a chance to live here. And I basically, working full time as a student, and I do also have business my part time job, and my schedule is basically full all the time. And but I'm really happy with this. I I do believe that at this young age, I have done so many things that I have never, thought before, and just a bit proud of myself for coming to the show today so that I can share a bit my knowledge and my advice for the beginners who are just starting out in affiliate marketing so that I can help you.
Wow, that's really cool. And so you're are you originally from France or no?
No, I'm
You're just there for
originally,
university?
yes,
Cool.
I'm originally Vietnamese, and I had been living in Vietnam from the day that I was born until when I was 18, and I moved to France to study university. And yes,
Wow.
that's it.
Wow, that's really cool. Had other members of your family or anyone else ever like traveled abroad to study, or were you the first one?
I'm the first one who studied in France, but I do have a brother who is now in Australia, and
Oh
my
wow.
parents are all in Vietnam.
Okay, cool. That's so cool. So you're just about to finish university, and you're studying, you're also working, or you were working a little bit in a restaurant, and then suddenly, how did you find out about Legendary, or how did you find out about like affiliate marketing, and just how did that all go down? What happened? How did it take off?
Honestly, it was a long story because before I found some online activities to make money, I was an excellent student at university. I do just did believe that I have to study really well in university and get a good job, and then that's everything is will be okay. But it was my when I got a new boyfriend, and he has changed my mindset. He introduced me to this online space, and I did try drop shipping, some other businesses, but I failed
Mm,
because of
sure.
just because I didn't invest in learning. I didn't have the foundation of knowledge, so I just didn't know what to do next. And after that, we did we did have take a leap of faith to start affiliate marketing, but it at first it was really abstract because we didn't know what to do. We ended up watching so many YouTube videos, but just got no direction. And all of a sudden, my boyfriend found our legendary marketer on TikTok and YouTube from an affiliate from Legendary, and we took the leap of faith to start the challenge together. And
Cool.
after finishing the challenge, we all get started with affiliate marketing. Just that.
Wow. That's crazy. I wanted to just say that I feel like your insight about, not having the foundation of knowledge was that really stood out to me because yeah, there's this whole element where a lot of people, a lot have started drop shipping, have started all these different types of channels and social media marketing and all this different stuff. And that is a theme that keeps coming up for people, which is
Yes.
I didn't have the foundation of knowledge to actually figure out how to put the pieces together the right way. And wow, so cool. So how long ago did you all go through the challenge? And was it the first challenge you'd ever been through, or what was, I mean, have you ever taken any other courses like this before?
Yes, I did take a training on affiliate Amazon affiliate marketing on
Mhm.
Udemy. It was for 14.99, but
Yeah.
I just didn't get nowhere. And legendary market 15-day challenge was the second challenge that I took for myself, and it was life changing. And to be honest, the most interesting part of this challenge for me was the mindset foundation part. It is
Mm.
incredibly important, and I have always said to my followers, my audience, that if you don't set the foundation of mindset first, no strategy would work for you, because
Mm.
you will not stay in the long term. You can have the best strategy in place, but if you don't have the mindset of of a long term, you have a long term mindset. If you do not have consistency, if you hold negative thoughts in your mind, you will not get nowhere, even if you have the best strategies. And I have learned so much from Legendary. I even watched many shows on Legendary Live, and it until now it is still unbelievable that I was invited to the show and to be able to have the chance to speak to a lot of people in this online space. And it is actually my pleasure to be here.
It's so cool that you're here. I'm like, I don't know. For me, I'm just mind blown a little bit that, like, I've always lived in the age of the internet, but I still feel mind blown that, you're all the way across the world and we've never met before and don't have any affiliation, and like I have no idea who you are, you have no idea who I am, and here we are. And it is a very cool thing. And I also just wanted to say, with that mindset piece, um, man, there is some real truth to, I meet and look at a lot of people in the world, and you probably do too, who carry around with them a sort of victim mindset their whole lives, and especially a poverty mindset around money and around wealth. And it is a crazy thing to me when somebody has that revelation and has that shift, and suddenly everything about them, their energy, how they talk, um, their ambition sometimes really changes, and people become ambitious and they do things that they maybe couldn't have ever done. It's like when that happened for me, when I made that shift, like 8 or 9 years ago, I just like I didn't need as much sleep. Like my whole psychology changed. I could function on 4 or 5 hours of sleep because I was just so fueled by ambition. And
Yes.
I can almost like feel your energy coming through the screen because it's so contagious. And I just wanted to say that that's really cool.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
do believe that, the way we show up determines the majority of the success that we are going to achieve in life. People are always caught up in the trap of, I have to learn more, I have to have more strategies, but in fact that they have to work on themselves first, building a better
Mm,
relationship with themselves, and show up with the energy that people want to stick around. It's just my secret sauce to any marketing strategy or any success in this online space, because people are no
mm,
longer buying into fake stories anymore. They want to know your personality. They want to know your you want to see the way that you show up is unapologetical, and not
mm,
trying to be someone else to please people. I'm not the kind of person who is sugarcoating anything. I just speak the truth and just be myself. I don't need to be liked, but I do need people to learn something if they came across my page, if they came across my account, if they consume my content. They must either be educated or inspired my piece of content. If not, I will not post this content.
mm. Wow, I mean, yeah, that's super cool. I'm also just kind of floored by how you put in your questionnaire something about English isn't your first language, but you're so well spoken, and your ideas just flow. It's sort of no wonder that you've got such a good you've been able to build an audience, but also that you've got people who follow you and really like your content and really engage with your content, because your ideas are not only are you well spoken, but your ideas and how you present them and stuff is very clear, which is also a really that's like actually something that a lot of like Americans struggle with. We ramble and carry on without actually saying anything a lot of times. So just wanted to say kudos on that. So when you get done with it, so you start the 15-day challenge. You're working in a restaurant before, you're finishing up school, you've got a lot going on, and you finish the challenge and you start creating content on social media.
Yes.
I mean, how hard was that to start? And also, what was the hardest part about actually doing that? I mean, did you find it hard or was it easy, or what was that process like to start basically becoming a content creator?
I do believe that this is the common hardest part that people always get caught up in is inconsistency. When you start posting content on TikTok or Instagram or any platforms, in the first few weeks you are not going to get a lot of views, even though there are I was having some videos that got no views, and I was so desperate at this time when I first started, and I was having so many negative beliefs in my mind that why
Mm,
didn't people like my piece of content? Why didn't people engage with me? What if so many things that just came to my mind. And I think the reason why people fail to stay consistent is because they do not understand the real intention behind content creation. When they put pressure on themselves that they have to show up instead of they want to show up, it's a totally different, have to and want to is totally different. If the and Another part that I was struggling with when I first started is finding content ideas. I was having no clue what I want to post and what I want to present on my videos, just because I have consumed so many content on the internet, and I feel like people are copying each other, people are recreating content from other people and post, fabricate a new story, and that's
yep.
just not the way that I want to show up. And admittedly, in my first month of business, I did recreate content from some people, and I did fabricate something. But
Yeah.
afterwards, I realized that it's just not good. I have to show up as my authentic self, and I start diving more into my story. I spoke many things that I haven't seen any people speaking in this industry. If I see a gap in the industry, I will tell about it. If I see a mistake that someone else is making, I will calling them out. And I
Mm.
am so ruthless. Yes, I have always say that I am not wanting to be liked. I just want to speak the truth, and I just want to educate people on the right things. I don't want people to fall into the trap of anything that seems like a get rich quick scheme, or the best strategy to grow on social media, or the best formula to get to reach 10K in 3 months. It just that's not the case, because in reality it depends on your growth. It depends on how much work you put in, and just because you do the work doesn't mean that you do it correctly. And yeah,
Yep.
and growing on social media has always been challenging for any content creator. There were
Yeah.
times where we grow really fast, but there are also times where we just don't grow. And I even had time when I just got no new followers on Instagram, and I was
Mm.
totally be felt okay with this, because this is life. It's not always charismatic. It's not
Mhm.
always be holistic, and we have to
Yeah.
accept the truth that something works and something just doesn't work, and just correct the course along the way and improve. Just improve.
Totally, totally. And I think that you've got well, I think that you've got like um I think that you've got like a brand that you're building because of that. I mean, I think that you've got a brand that you are now starting to create around that sort of like I would call that no nonsense. Like just sort of a feel of like, hey, there's no nonsense going on here. This is like me, it's who I am, it's what I do. Like, and I think that there's some real power in that. And um I also think that sometimes you mentioned something and you kind of passed over it, and I wanted to bring us back to that, which is you said something like I hope I don't butcher this, but you said something like you basically gave yourself permission to try new things.
Yes.
And for everybody who's watching this, whether live or as a recording, if you're here live with us, just give me a little thumbs up if you caught that also. um, basically what Lizzy said was, I gave myself permission to try out something, because there's also people out on TikTok and Instagram and stuff who, when you try stuff, they'll call you out and they'll say, "Oh, you're just a fake," or "Oh, I've already seen that video before." And now you're like, "Oh my gosh, you're right, I am a fake." Uh, but the truth is that what those people don't understand, and there's even people in our industry who will do that.
Yes.
Um, the truth is, what those people don't understand is that when you first become a marketer, as is the case with anything in life, when you first start trying it out, it's like, what's the first thing you do? You look at people around you and you basically you try to mimic it. I go play basketball every single day at LA Fitness. It's a gym here down the road from my house. And there's people who show up there who I think, I've been playing basketball since I was like 4 years old. So there's a 30-year history of me having like learned and shot basket and shot hoops for a long time. And then there's guys who walk in there and I'm like, oh, this is the first time you've ever picked up a basketball. And the first thing, and I don't make fun of them when their first shot doesn't even it's an air ball. It doesn't even get close to the hoop. Uh, but they kind of like look around and they'll watch, right? They'll just
Yes.
watch other people who are more experienced and they'll watch them shoot. Same thing with skiing or snowboarding or skateboarding. And no one looks around and says, "Wow, you're such a fraud. Wow, you're such wow, like be original, man." It's like, no, it's your first time doing this. Who cares? And also
Yeah.
that those are two words for me that I've learned to really cling to in content creation, which is basically what you were saying, which is who cares? Like the internet is full of just billions and billions of people and new people coming online every day. And if you make a total fool of yourself, and post 100 videos and it's a complete failure, and tons of people make fun of you and say that you're a fraud or whatever, and then you just delete the channel, like literally no one will ever know that that happened.
Yes,
And
correctly.
if they did, they'll forget about you in like 30 days.
Yes,
Everyone.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's
People
like,
just don't care. They
yeah.
just care about you at the moment that they comment on your post. And then after that, they do have comment on so many posts, and they do have pay attention to many other people. And you are just not as important as you think you are. And I do believe that to a certain degree, we are always being judged by people every single day. 99% of the time, people are judging
Mm,
you, even whether it is positive judgment or negative judgment. We are always being judged by people every single day. So why? Who
mm,
cares? Why do you have to worry about people opinions? Because they are just human beings. They do have their own perspective, opinions, and their own concerns. And we cannot just always please people. You cannot force anyone to like you if they just didn't don't if they just don't want to like you. And I do got some comments on the internet when I first started affiliate marketing, and even until now that they say that affiliate marketing is a scam, and I am also a scam, and it really hurts me. But when I first started, I did fight with them on the internet, and I did believe that it was the silly thing that I did in the past, and it was I would never try it again. I was so sorry for my past self for fighting with these people. But
yep.
now I am totally different. If I saw anyone who leave a negative comment on my post, I just silently delete them. I just silently
Mm,
delete. Or if they slide into my DM saying bad things about me, I just say, okay, thanks you for for letting me know that who I need to filter out in my life and in my community. Thank you. Goodbye.
mm,
And then I blocked. I cut all the connection with these negative people because I just want to spread positivity and confidence throughout my community. In my community, there is no negativity, there is no negative judgment, anything that is against that is meant to to be harmful to my business will be eliminated, and that's it. It's my it's kind of my emotions really get high if someone leave a offensive comment on my
yep.
post or say something bad about my business, because we actually know that is legit, because that they have the limiting belief that they can just not that they just cannot clear themselves, and they put the judgment, they put the limiting belief onto us to take the ownership away from them. And that's
Mm,
just not true, and just not our business. It's none of our business to worry about people's opinion. People always have opinion, and you just need to do a good job at your business and at communicating with the audience, providing value, and just keep being yourself, not being someone else just to please people, because they are just not important, and we are not important with them anymore.
jeez. Yes. To all of that, yes. They
Yes.
are, and people are loving this, by the way. I don't know if you can see all the comments, but
No,
people
I
are,
can just see the numbers of comments, but I cannot see what people has did comment.
yeah, you're just gonna have to come back and look through the comments when
Yes, I
we're
will.
done. This is awesome. People are just loving it. Okay. Um, and me too. I feel like when you get down into the weeds of it all, and I mean, you just have people start saying ridiculous things like that. It's uh, you take a big step back and you look around and at all the I call them shit kickers. People are kicking shit all over everybody. And it just is like, all right, you guys don't really matter at all. And if you can have that attitude, I mean, it's a dangerous, I use that word like very intentionally. It's a dangerous attitude, because when you get into that space, if you can really believe that, that's the kind of attitude and belief that will really that can really turn a business like into a phenomenon. I mean, you can really grow something big when you have that level of kind of FU attitude. Because the reason is because there's always, in every single business, there's always going to be outside voices. Every single
Yes,
business,
clearly.
outside voices, people critiquing, people saying this, and even people just in very subtle ways, like trying to sow self-doubt, trying to plant seeds of self-doubt in your mind, like, oh, maybe, you're right, maybe I am like a little bit of like an imposter, oh, maybe I am. And that slowly just chips away at your confidence, slowly chips. And then suddenly one day you wake up and you're like, I don't think I can do this anymore, and it's over, right? But if you have that attitude of like, of just like, yeah, these are people who have issues. They have issues to the point, and insecurities to the point that they need to come after me and cut me down. And that's why I feel like, let's tie this back to what you said earlier. You said, the big piece of this challenge that was important and different was the mindset piece. And people
Yes.
come after, online digital education, for talking a lot about mindset, and they're like, well, I need to know where to point, click, and stuff. But then once you learn all the point and click, I'm stealing your words here. Once you learn all the point and click, if you've not developed that sort of FU mindset, then it's all sort of like this fake. It's like a facade. It's a little bit fake. It's not real, and you can't execute on a daily basis with consistency without that sort of mindset. That's really cool that you've developed that. That's honestly, that is like one of the most life-changing, coolest things I think that people can have.
Yes, I do believe that mindset is the work of a lifetime. You cannot just
Mm,
have the long-term mindset, the consistent mindset in just a week or in just 1 month. It took me 6 months to get to this mindset right now, and I'm still working on my mindset because I still have some limiting beliefs that is sometimes to a certain degree holding myself back from taking some scary actions. And I just still work on myself. And I have always think I have always thought that when it comes to showing up online, the most important thing is your confidence, the level of confidence that you have about yourself. It's not the experience that you have with your industry. It all comes down to the confidence. There are still people who are less knowledgeable than you, but making way more money than you. Just because they are confident in marketing, they are confident in promoting, because they already know what the value of the product is and what they really stands for, and they
yeah.
are just not hiding behind the camera, feeling shy about themselves or feeling that they are not good enough, they are not qualified enough, because they are just starting out and not having any result. And it's just not true, because everyone starts from scratch. When you first started, you literally have zero results, but people did invest in you because of you. People actually buy you, not your stuff. And the way you
Mm,
deliver content, the way you provide value with your audience really matters. And to the people who are asking you about how much money are you making, to make a decision based on your income level, they are just not respect. They are just not showing respect for you, because they just care about how much money they are going to make if they buy the product from you, for example. They just do not understand the real value that they are going to get from the product. Or maybe sometimes people just don't understand that when you offer something to the market, when you promote something, it should be an urgent specific solution for a specific problem that people are having, not just throwing the offer into the market and hope that people will come and buy immediately. People need to go through many phases of awareness, of talking with you, of seeing you showing up and delivering content, learning from you so that they can make a decision. And most of the time, I don't believe in the thing that you need to persuade or convince someone else to buy from you. Because if you are confident in marketing and you already know the value of the product,
mm-hmm.
persuasion will never be a part of strategy. If you try to convince someone to buy the product from you, they will doubt you. They will doubt if the product is really valuable. Why does she have to convince me to buy? And it all comes down to your level of confidence and expertise. I do believe that you don't need more experience. You just need more expertise. As I was creating a post on my Instagram maybe last week, and we talked about expertise and experience, and I did mention that you don't need more experience to start making more money. You just need to work on yourself and start being more confident in marketing. You already know why you are here. You are just a few steps ahead someone else, so that you can help someone else. You do not need, a prolific experience, or you do not need tons of content out there to persuade people to buy from you, because people actually know the decision. They are just waiting for you to show up, to be yourself, and spreading positivity and all the valuable tips out there, so that they can, okay, I'm ready, I'm 100% in, let me give you my card. For example. And that's it. It is the power of showing up online with confidence. It is like you show up unapologetically to, to be a leader, not a follower. I really, point out this thing to people, that don't just be a follower who follows someone else on the internet. You already have your own story. No one can steal the story from you. You always have your flow of ideas into your mind. You already know how to produce this. Just because you are not confident, so you just keep everything in your mind, just not produce it. So it's now your time to shine, to say everything that you have ever want to say. Not fearing judgment anymore, because people always have opinion and judgment. Just walk through fear and judgment, and you will get better over time. And that's my advice when it comes to showing up online. I can ramble all the days about social media and showing up, because it's just my passion when it comes to growing an audience on Instagram or on TikTok. Not just a following. I do want to build a community and an audience, not just a big following who engage, but they just don't buy. I do not want people to engage with my post. I just need them to learn something from me, and that's it. They do not need to engage with me. They can just silently consume my content, learn something, implement, and improve their life. And that's it. That's my biggest gift when I create content. I just need people to learn something from me. I don't need engagement. To be honest, I don't need engagement. If they engage with me and they just not taking action, I don't want this. I just want them not engaging with me, but taking action after consuming my content. Yes.
Jeez. Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, the comments, here's the summary of the comments. It's just like, this is awesome. This is awesome. They're like, I'm fueled up, lots of wisdom, love it. So good. It's, yeah. I can't add to that. I'm going to leave it at that. I think we all just went to a Tony Robbins seminar this morning, and Lizzy was there and gave the juice, and everybody says Matt's speechless. I am speechless and a little mind blown. This is super cool. And the only thing that I'll add is I just want to say just how impressive you are, your mindset is, how your ambition and your sort of fire. You have a fire, I think, and I hope you never let some shit kicker come around and tell you that that's not legit or it's not worth it. Because, man, I think that there's a lot of people on this show right now and who will watch this as a replay who, sort of woke up a little groggy this morning, and they woke up kind of like, oh, I don't know if want to go work on my business. And there's not much else they can do except to just get off their ass and go work now. So thank you for that. And yeah, it's super cool. I'm inspired by you and your story, and I feel like you're just getting going. So, the cool part, yes, is that you've got all of that mindset stuff, But for me too, like having over the last few years really watched people start and get going and really get the wheels turning on the business and stuff, I feel like you're just getting started. I mean, you are just at the beginning of a really cool, powerful journey. I have no idea where it's going to go. But what I'd love is, if you came back in a few months and just send us an email and say, hey, here's what I'm up to. Even if it's something totally different, just send us a message. Here's what I'm up to. We'd love to have you back on the show to spit more wisdom like this.
Yes, I would love to hop on the show with you. I am kind of a generous person. I can share everything that I have learned so far that can benefit my audience, that can benefit the people who are watching the live, and I have no limit when it comes to sharing my tips and the valuable, content to people. I just want people to start believing in themselves today, to start taking action. Don't hold yourself back because of any reasons, because just not true. You already have your own, capacity to make things happen. You just one step closer to the goal that you want to do. It is just the action that you take is not, anything else that can make a huge impact on your life, rather than just you taking a leap of faith to invest in yourself, to become unapologetic, to show up the way that you just so obsessed with yourself. I have come to a level of self obsession that time I create a piece of content, I can literally watch it 20 times, 20 times, or even more than I consume people's content. After posting the content, I just always say to myself that this is such a good content. I love this. I'm so obsessed with it. People are gonna like it, and this is the energy that I use to show up. Each time I create the content, or each time I say anything to my audience, I always put the high level energy into what I say, and just want to show everything that is possible for them. I do not say that it is not possible for you, that is not right for you. There is no such thing like right or wrong things. It just there is the thing that works for you, and there's the thing that doesn't work for you. You just need to be the person who test and implement, try, learn from your mistake, and then try again until they find the best, sort of strategies or things that work for you. Just because today you are not succeeding with affiliate marketing or drop shipping doesn't mean that if you start an online business in the future you are going to be a loser. Now that's not the case,
Yep.
because we already have our own zone of genius, and it's just not discovered yet. You just need to work on yourself, reconnect yourself to the vision board that you have, if you have a vision board, or you know spend some time of the self coaching, work on your limiting beliefs. Tell to yourself, prove to yourself that why is not true and how you can improve it. It is most of the time the limiting beliefs that people hold into their mind are just unintentional, and you can potentially work on yourself and come up with the intentional reasons to explain why it's just not true, and it's just the reason why it stop you from taking action. And that's it for my part today. I don't think I have any more things to say.
Nothing more needs to be said. That was really well said. And yeah, I again love your energy and everything. I'm probably going to come back and re-listen to this today.
Thank you.
It was just really powerful, and your commitment to your content, to the quality of the content, your obsession over it. That's what it takes. And amazing. Lizzy, thank you so much for coming on. We'd love to have you back. Email us in a couple months. Keep us posted, and what is it in the afternoon? It's probably like late afternoon over there.
It is now for nearly 5 p.m. in the afternoon in France.
Cool. Well, have a good evening, and thanks again for taking time to come chat with us.
Thank you so much. hopefully that will be something that I can help on the show
It
again. I would love to be.
yes, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
I'll
so
put up
much.
your
Goodbye.
social media. We'll have lots of people come message you. Okay.
Yes. Thank
Awesome.
you. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
You too. All right, guys, we've got Lizzy on Instagram right here. It's Lizzy and Biz, and you can find her on Instagram. You should just send her a message and just say, "Hey, I saw you on Wake Up Legendary." Let her know what was the most impactful thing that you got from this show. What did you enjoy most? And Teresa says she's going to be flooded with a bunch of messages today. Well, maybe, but it was a really powerful episode, and of somebody who's stepped out of their comfort zone, believes deeply in themselves, and has developed that belief in themselves. So everybody, we're going to be back here Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place. We've got guests lined up. It's going to be powerful. Man, for the people who are coming and talking to us Thursday, Friday, it's going to be hard to live up to this energy and positivity and mindset that was given today, but hopefully they can do it. For everybody who's here and everybody watching as a replay, every single Monday through Friday, we're here live at 10 a.m. Eastern. We also send out a weekly roundup email with all of the episodes as well, so look out for that. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace out, everybody.